Are you thinking of selling your home? And are you thinking whether or not you're overwhelmed because you don't know whether or not your house is going to look good with or without the clutter or everything else that's been going on? Well, staging and decluttering might be the answer that is going to resolve your situation. And these days, there's a lot of options that is out there, and that we realtors can help and provide for you. So now I wanted to go over some of those options and show you what we do in terms of helping our clients navigate through that process. So I'm going to share my screen and show you some different samples of things that can be done in order to make sure that things are looking their best. So let me share my screen and show you what we have going on in terms of what we can do to basically help you. So uh, staging properties staging properties could have several factors to it. You could be looking at decluttering. You could be looking at replacing furniture. You could be looking at minimal staging. You could be looking at full-on staging, or you could be also looking at virtual staging. And basically, virtual staging. I'm going to show you some of those options that we could provide, or that we do provide, in order to make sure that the homes that we are selling are looking their best. So, for example, virtual staging. So this is this is an example of virtual staging that we've done at some of the properties that we have sold. So here's one. Here's another one of how we basically dressed the same house and made it look, very different. Here's another example of some different ones that we have done with, an empty house versus a house that is then dressed with virtual staging. And of course, you could say that, okay, well, this looks really good, but what about if you actually go to the house? So and of course, when you go to a house, you could have it look. Let me show you some other options. So for example, you could be doing minimal staging, and minimal staging is basically staging that can be done with just one person. And when I say just one person, meaning that you don't need a full-on moving company to bring things in and take things out. So what you can see here is examples of how we have dressed the properties that we've had for sale that were empty. And we brought a few pieces of furniture just so that the place is not completely empty. For example, in this kitchen, instead of it being completely empty, we have a bowl of fruit, and that brings a lot of color, and it just basically distracts the eye from looking at a white counter. And same here, the eye gets distracted here with, just a black counter, and you're looking at some other choices of, color. Same with the choices in the bathroom, and also in the bedroom. So also in terms of spatial imagination, if you have a bed in there, then things are going to look a lot better. Now, in this case, this is basically minimal staging. So minimal staging meaning that again, you're not spending thousands of dollars in order to bring a full-on stager to basically do everything, bring furniture in, and dress up the whole house. But sometimes, depending on the property that you have, you may want to actually do a um, full on staging, because depending on the price point or the type of house that it is that we are selling, you may need to have better options. And here we have some examples of full on staging. So this home was actually staged, and as you can see, they're bringing these couches and having full on furniture inside the house is not going to be as easy as doing minimal staging, which is done with just one person. Here you need to actually bring a truck. You need to have crew to bring in all the furniture. But in a case of a house like this, it actually is worth to spend that money and dress up the house entirely so that the house shows its best, and you're able to get the maximum amount of money that you like to get for the house. And so you can see, even in the kitchen, everything was dressed nicely, and you have everything exactly like you would want it if you were to live in it. And the difference is, of course, obvious, or than the minimal staging that we were doing in the pictures, in these pictures. But the difference in price is not even you're talking about this. We either do it for free or just for a minimal amount of money. And in this case, you're looking at thousands of dollars going into staging the home and spending the money to make the home look its best. But it's all about choices. And of course, if we go back to examples, you also have examples like this, where you actually make the home look its best in pictures and digitally, and depending on what your preference is, or depending on what the buyer's imaginations are at work, then this might be the other option. And this option is actually very, very economical, and of course it makes the house look its best. Well, there you have it, folks. The ins and outs of selling a home with staging. So if you have any questions about this, I am here and happy to help. And as you know, I sell real estate in San Diego, California, but don't let that stop you. Anywhere in the US, I'm happy to be of assistance and be a resource. And I have my contacts anywhere that you're thinking of buying or selling, moving to, or moving from. I can be a resource and help you there. And again, you can reach me on my website. You can reach me on my email. I'm also happy to hang out on Instagram as well as on Facebook. And if you are giving me a follow on any of these platforms, I really appreciate it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up and give me and push the subscribe button so that you can get the latest of the videos that I put out there. And I always appreciate you being a viewer and to send me your referrals. Have a great evening.